Let's break some news on Mark, y'all. Break some news on Mark PAULINO, aka Santa Claus, Saint Nick, aka Krampus, aka Thor. Look at this old nasty motherfucker. Y'all be taking y'all kids down there sitting on his lap. Allegedly, Saint Nick was involved in some porn, some child porn, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna break some news on this old nasty bastard preying on our babies in the community. He ought to be took out back and kicked all up in his ass. Facts. I'm talking about Santa Claus, y'all. Little kids, be careful, little kids. When you see a man like this, run the opposite way. Run, Forrest, run. This old nasty character. I wonder was that him in the fire truck riding around here a couple days ago. Ho, ho, hoing.
Against a man known to many as Santa Mark.
That's right, the retired
Santa Mark.
elementary school teacher from New Jersey who now works as a Santa for hire is facing child pornography charges. Earlier today, I went to Mercer County to try to find out more. We began by going straight to the source, Mark PAULINO's home. You'll notice the Santa flag in the front of the property. We saw someone move inside the home, but no one answered the door.
It was
this all started when prosecutors say detectives with the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit received information from the state police that someone residing in Hamilton Township, Mercer County, had uploaded multiple files of suspected child sexual abuse material to the Internet. An investigation was initiated, and PAULINO was identified as a subject.
Welcome back, boys and girls.
Look,
on Friday afternoon, law enforcement says they executed a search warrant.
Kids, be careful. When you see a man looking like that approaching you, run.
At PAULINO's home, seizing multiple items to be used as evidence. PAULINO was then taken into custody. Now,
he ain't to be trusted, kids. Kids, when you see a man like this, don't even sit on his lap. He probably was getting off on them kids sitting on his lap too. That's crazy. Amongst us. Predators amongst us. This dude here, man. Allegedly, this dude has some, well.
According to the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office.
This dude, man, arrested on porn charges. Look, y'all. Arrested on porn charges, man. This dude right here. How many of y'all kids sat on his lap? God damn it.
PAULINO faces 4 charges in all, including 1 count of endangering the welfare of a child. Second-degree crimes carry a sentence of 5 to 10 years in state prison and a fine of up to $150,000.
Get you, Santa.
Hamilton Township School District declined to comment upon our request. The Mercer County Prosecutor's Office stresses this is an ongoing investigation. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Prosecutor's Office at 609-989-6568. You can also submit tips anonymously online at Mercer County Prosecutor.
Kids, be aware, kids. Let's break some news, y'all. On these evil pagan holidays, we just seen what motherfucking Paul was doing, uploading porn, child porn on the internet. Let's get into the origins of it, y'all.
There is a man who spreads joy amongst children once a year. They lay awake in eager anticipation of his arrival. What presents does he bring with him on this evening? The cookies have been baked and the milk has been poured, but as the shadowy figure approaches, their excitement and joy turns into fear and despair. For this man is not St. Nicholas, or Santa Claus, or even Father Christmas. This man is no man at all. This is Krampus, the shadow of Christmas, and tonight there will be no presents received.
This news will be very upsetting to people in the community during this time that's full of holiday family events. That man who is known locally to perform as Santa Claus has been charged with some very disturbing allegations. While Christmas cheer is all around, a New Jersey man who performs as the big man in red is facing some serious criminal charges.
It wasn't until we saw Mark taken away that we realized something was going on with him.
64-year-old Mark Paulino was arrested Friday. Neighbors say they saw police and a SWAT team at his home when he was taken into custody, now charged with crimes related to possessing child pornography and endangering the welfare of a child.
He was such a nice guy. He played Santa. I knew he was a teacher. It was kind of disappointing.
Paulino goes by Santa Mark, and according to his website, he offers a little extra Christmas magic to holiday events. He's also a retired elementary school teacher for the Hamilton Township School District.
This is Santa Claus.
According to court documents, he's also accused of filming a child in a bedroom and then sending it to himself or someone else. Hi. A woman who answered the door at Paulino's listed address immediately closed the door when we knocked today. Authorities say they were alerted to alleged illegal internet activity on Thursday, and because of his interaction with young children, they executed a warrant the next day. Folks in town say they don't want to believe it's true, but the charges are upsetting.
It's a terrible, terrible thing to hear about, especially this time of the year.
Krampus.
I have grandsons, and you know that's a sad thing.
Live and direct.
And we also reached out to the contact information on Paulino's Santa Mark website, and no one has responded. Paulino remains behind bars for now, and he has a scheduled court appearance tomorrow morning. Prosecutors intend to argue that he needs to stay behind bars during these legal proceedings.
The half-goat, half-demon figure has often been described as the anti-Saint Nicholas. But in some countries, it is believed that Krampus accompanies Saint Nicholas during Christmas, punishing those children who have misbehaved, in contrast to Saint Nicholas, who rewards the well-behaved children. Krampus has been feared and celebrated in folklore for hundreds of years, and his appearance is that of nightmares, with large bearing horns, dark hair, sharp fangs, and a long pointed tongue. He carries around chains which are thought to be symbolic of the Christian church binding the devil. As well as these chains, Krampus carries a bundle of birch sticks used to swat misbehaving children. Saint Nicholas would reward the well-behaved children with gifts and presents, and he would leave the misbehaving children with a lump of coal. This would signal to Krampus which children were to be whipped and beaten. On occasion, Krampus would throw misbehaving children into his sack or basket and take them down to his lair in the underworld. The depictions and stories of Krampus do distinctly vary, and there is no definitive version considered to be correct. In some illustrations, he is more monster than man, and in others he appears as half man, half demon. Unlike Saint Nicholas, the origins of Krampus appear to be a little bit more unclear. The earliest tales of Krampus do appear to have originated from the Austrian Alps and Germany, perhaps even predating Christianity. The word Krampus is derived from the German Krampen, meaning claw, and we do see Krampus share characteristics of other demonic creatures from other cultures, such as fauns and satyrs from Greek mythology. In Norse mythology, Krampus is believed to be the son of Hel, the daughter of Loki, and keeper of the underworld. The legend of Krampus is part of a century-old tradition in Germany. December 5th was known as Krampus Night, where children would be especially wary not to attract the attention of the beast, hoping that come December 6th, St. Nicholas would have left them presents. Children would leave out their shoes for St. Nicholas, who would fill them with gifts if they had been good. He would place a lump of coal in the shoes of those who have misbehaved, and they would be later dealt with by Krampus. Krampuslauf, or the Krampus Run, is an annual festival still celebrated to this day in Austria and throughout the Alpine region. The tradition itself is thought to be over 500 years old, and individuals would often dress up as the demon of Christmas himself. Wearing heavy coats of fur made from the hide of sheep and goats, they don horns and terrifying masks in the image of Krampus. They roam the towns and cities with torches and birch whips, and they are usually accompanied by a Saint Nicholas, who leads the group throughout the town, where they can be seen slapping people in the back of their legs with their whips and switches.
Ladies and gentlemen.
They will scare the local children, and sometimes even adults, throwing them into the snow, all in the name of fun.
Motherfucker Paulino.
Some will even go door to door, visiting people in their houses and giving them treats and other goodies, somewhat of a reversal to the trick-or-treat tradition. In some parts of Austria, before Christian influence, December was the month of monsters and ghouls.
Y'all hear that? Monster and ghouls.
He represents far more than just an evil entity. Krampus is seen to be the counterpart to Saint Nicholas. With good comes bad, with light comes dark. Krampus was often referred to as the shadow of Saint Nicholas. There are those who still see Krampus as a symbol of the devil. But in modern day, despite still being feared, Krampus has become somewhat of a symbol of celebration in many cultures. I've personally never seen Krampus as a force of true evil. To me, Krampus symbolizes the need for our moral compass to be balanced. There must be rewards and consequences for the actions we take. If receiving no presents from Santa Claus is not enough to dissuade the bad behavior of children, then surely a visit from Krampus will. If you enjoyed this video, then please